You know that restaurant you love? The gym you work out at? The hospital where your kid was born? Private equity bought them. These firms now owned thousands of businesses across the country, and the unique reality of this business model is that the firm's profit is often decoupled from whether the business actually survives. By the time a company realizes its debt load is unsustainable, the private equity partners have often already extracted their billions in cash. When we examine how these deals are structured, we find a system that consistently rewards the act of extracting value over the long-term goal of providing a service. Huge portions of the economy are now controlled by firms like Blackstone, Apollo, KKR, and TPG. These four companies alone manage over $3 trillion. This chart shows how fast this capital has concentrated. In 1980, the industry managed $5 billion. Today, it's over $12 trillion. This growth has outpaced almost every other sector of the economy, moving more assets into private hands than ever before. Unlike publicly traded companies, these firms have no public shareholders. There are no public books to check, and no public votes on how they manage the infrastructure of your life. From parking lots to air traffic control, private equity has become the invisible owner of the systems we rely on every day. Most of these takeovers happen through a leveraged buyout, a purchase where the buyer uses a small amount of their own cash, borrowing the rest. But here's the critical pivot. The private equity firm doesn't take on the loan. They place that debt directly on the balance sheet of the company they just bought, like the medical supplier Medline. Medline must generate enough profit to run its business and service the debt used to buy it. This heavy interest crowns out everything. But before paying interest, the firm collects guaranteed management fees, which flow to partners regardless of business performance. When the primary goal of a business shifts from serving customers to servicing debt, the quality of the service itself becomes a secondary concern. Often, firms look for ways to pull even more cash out of a company before they ever find a final buyer. They do this through a dividend recapitalization. They force the company to borrow even more money and use that loan to trigger a massive cash payout to the partners. This money doesn't come from selling more products or improving the business. It's a loan taken against the company's future earnings, but paid out to the owners today. By this stage, the partners frequently make back their entire initial investment with a significant profit. Their personal financial risk is gone, even if the company is now struggling under the weight of the new loans. Improving a company's operations is hard work that can take a decade. These financial restructurings offer the same returns in a fraction of the time. When a business is drowning in debt, its managers are forced to cut costs with total clinical efficiency. We see the consequences of these cuts in the healthcare sector, where the pressure to pay interest can conflict with the needs of patients. Nursing home staff are cut to skeleton crews. Urgent care facilities defer maintenance. When staffing ratios drop, complications rise, but the interest payments are always made on time. The firm's returns are effectively a tax paid by the public through understaffed clinics and lower quality care. This model has become the standard for private markets. Financial restructuring has proven to be more consistently profitable than actual innovation or long-term growth. As more of our economy moves into these private portfolios, we lose the ability to see how these essential services are actually being managed. The system is working exactly as it was designed. When the rewards for restructuring a balance sheet are greater than the rewards for serving a community, the balance sheet becomes the only thing that matters. Recognizing how these incentives shape your world is the only way to understand why services seem to get more expensive as the quality declines. The business hasn't failed, it's just being used as collateral.